Hey guys, Danny Lee here. I realize it has been a very long time since I posted a video. There's been things like you guys know that I moved and that I got a toddler. And let me tell you, having a toddler, not for the weak. Especially if you work overnight. So I work overnight and then I'm up most of the day. I nap when she naps, and other than that, I'm just awake, so I don't get much sleep. But it's cool. I'm surviving mostly. I'm just always tired and I'm busy doing things. And do you guys remember I went to Georgia earlier in the year, back in April? I went to Georgia and saw some family down there and some friends too, because I have friends down there too. And I don't know, after I went, I realized that maybe living in Georgia wouldn't be such a bad thing. I had been kicking it around before because my job has a location in Georgia. They have locations like everywhere. But I knew they had one in Georgia and I wanted to go somewhere where it was warmer. So it was one of the places that I was kicking around. And then after I went, I was like, this is great. Like, I would love living here. This would be fine. So recently they had a position open up, and it's just hard because apparently nobody leaves that facility, but they had a position open up and I was going to wait because, oh my gosh, I'm doing this out of order. So I went back to school. That's another reason I'm busy. Since I don't sleep anyway, I decided to go back to school, and I'm going for my bachelor's in business administration. And I was going to wait originally until after I got my degree, but then I changed my mind and decided that I would just thank you. Thank you. I decided that I would just wait until I got my degree, and then I was like, why? Why am I waiting? Why wait, those years when I could just go now and I could finish my degree down there? So they had a position open up and I applied for it. And I was a little nervous because it says it already wanted you to have a bachelor's and it already wanted you to have, however much experience. But I was hoping that since I worked with the company, they'd be willing to teach me the new things, since I already know things about the company and I've already interacted with people. And since I am in the process of getting my bachelor's degree. And I guess they thought that was okay because I had an interview the other day. So, it was great. Yesterday, I had an interview yesterday. At least I think it was great. I hope it was great. So now I'm just waiting to hear back and see what they say. And I don't know. I thought the waiting for the interview was stressful, but I think just the waiting is also stressful. Not as stressful, but still stressful. Because I'm just like, what are they going to say? Were my answers good enough? They asked so many questions. And I've interviewed for other positions within my company before, and I never had so many questions asked before they got to the STAR questions, the situation, task, action, and the, oh my gosh, what does the R stand for in STAR? I'm losing my mind, but they asked STAR questions. So they asked me a bunch of skills questions before they even got to the STAR questions. And I was just not prepared for that. I was ready for STAR questions. I'm like, bring it on. But yeah, no, I was not ready for the skills questions before the STAR questions. But I'm pretty sure I answered most of them to their liking. I do know what I'm doing when I do my job, so that's helpful. So now I'm just waiting to see what happens, but we might be moving again if I get this job, and I'm really, really excited for it. And then I told somebody else that I also had more to tell, because I do. So I am still single. Haven't really been going on dates, been busy, the child comes first. That's it. She comes first. And somebody reached out to me, and it was a person that I used to date, actually, and I don't think I've done a single video on them. But it was somebody that I used to date, and we started talking, and I don't know. So now we're talking about getting back together and seeing how things go, seeing if we can do better than last time. And last time when we broke up, totally his fault. And he will say that. I'm not just saying that because I'm a horrible person. No, he will tell you that it is his fault that we broke up. But now we're talking about getting back together and everything. And it's weird because I feel like it's just the timing of it is weird because he lives in Georgia. Go fig. So, I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens with everything. I'm really hoping I get this position. I'm really excited to go down to Georgia and find a place and get us settled. And I'm thinking that I would stay in Georgia. I would not leave the state again. That's what I'm thinking anyway. I don't know. I haven't actually lived there. But I'd like to finally buy a house, settle down and everything, especially now that I have the child, because I want her to have the best and I want her to have stability. I don't want her to have to move around all the time. And right now it doesn't bother me so much. She's young, she's resilient, she's not in school yet, so it's not like I'm ripping her away from like all of her friends and everything she's ever known. And she's from Georgia, so there's that. So hopefully I get this job and we can go down there and we'll see what happens with the ex who doesn't have a nickname because I never made a video about him, so I'll work on that. And actually, it's funny because like this whole setup, this is how I did my interview, which is why everything's already set up for me. And I actually need to get ready for work, but I wanted to give an update because I realized I haven't updated in so very long. I've just been busy with school and all that. And I wrote out some SMART goals and I'm trying to graduate summa cum laude. So I have to keep above, I believe it's a 3.8 grade point average in order to do that. And right now I still have a 4.0. So it's hard work though, let me tell you, keeping that 4.0. But I hope everybody has a wonderful night. I am going to finish getting ready for work. I got a little bit of time, but I still have some things I have to put together. So I will try to do better at updating you guys. I can't guarantee a video every week just because, like I said, things are busy. It gets a little hectic around here. But I definitely want to do one when I find out what happens with the job. So until then, I hope that everybody has a wonderful evening, wonderful week, days, beautiful weather, except for it's not all that beautiful because it's freaking cold here. And until next time, just remember that this has been a true story.